that defense was actually decent last year. With those two gone, I think the wheels may come off. Welcome to Pigskin Passion TV. And it's your boy, the Black Mamba. Today is September the 11th, season 2, episode number 68. And guys, we back. We back for another week of Survivor. And guys, let me start off by saying my condolences to the guys who had only one pick, and that pick was the Cincinnati Bengals last week. They absolutely let us down. They really wet the bed. No other way to put it. Hopefully you got more entries and you got a reprieve this week, but man, I started out looking at the games, and Cincinnati and Buffalo were probably two of my most heavily weighted picks that I had, and it wasn't looking good for neither one kind of at halftime. And I was like, man, if I can just win one of two of these, I'll be happy. You know, the season just started and it's already over for some of us. So, man, hey, that's a day in the life of a survivor. I didn't think it would go down like this. And over 30% of the people that play Survivor were knocked out last week. So that's a pretty big percentage for the first week. So with that said, this may be a very short Survivor season for a lot of us. Congratulations to you guys who, like I said in my video last week, who pivoted from the pick that most people would go towards, which was Cincinnati. Congratulations to you guys, because now you're in the driver's seat. And with that said, let's talk about this week's survivors, guys. And first, I want to start out with a team that I personally will be avoiding, and that is the Los Angeles Chargers. And this is the reason why. This pick is just too easy. The Panthers, they looked as bad as they were last year. In addition to that, the defense lost two important pieces in Brian Burns and Derek Brown. That defense was actually decent last year. With those two gone, I think the wheels may come off. And we all know that people are probably going to be over the Chargers this week. And I'm always hesitant to pick a road team, especially the second week of the season. And I just don't think this is the time to take that kind of chance. So with that, I'm staying off of this game. Now let's jump into my Survivor picks for this week. I have 4 for you. My first Survivor pick is Philadelphia Eagles. I kind of like this option with how bad Kirby Cousins played last week. In addition to him playing bad last week, when the lights come on, which they play on Monday night, he always struggles when there's a primetime game. His record in primetime isn't very good. The only hesitation I have in this game is the Eagles are coming back from Brazil. So I don't know if there's any kind of extended jet lag that they may be feeling the effects from. But if you like Philly and you're feeling frisky, I think this is a good pick to go with this week. My number 3 pick is the Detroit Lions. I don't think that this will be a popular pick this week. We just watched them struggle last week with the Los Angeles Rams, who are banged up. And we watched them struggle while the Tampa Bay Bucks went out and handled business against the Washington Commanders. So if you're comfortable with my Steelers in week number 8, that would be a good pick. If you've looked ahead, then this will be a good pivot pick. This will be a good pick because, I don't think a lot of people are going to be on this pick this week. So if you feel confident and you look and don't see another week, which I was targeting week 8, this would be a good pick to go with the Detroit Lions. My number 2 pick is the Houston Texans. And you could actually save this team for some potential duds, but I think I want to go ahead and take them this week. The Bears look bad enough for me to fade them this week with the rookie quarterback. They couldn't muster up any offense, and the defense really bailed them out. If it had not been for the defense last week, Chicago would have had an L. This week, they're facing a much more potent offense, so give me the Houston Texans. And my number one pick is the Baltimore Ravens. The Los Angeles Raiders played awful and unsound football last week. The coaches, I don't know if they were acting like it was preseason or what, but they were out there making some bad decisions at crucial points in the game. And I think the Ravens are going to be out for blood this week after losing to the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs last week. You know, if you want to put them on the shelf and save them and look ahead, in other weeks you can use them. Week 6 will be a good week when they play the Washington Commanders, and week 9 against the Denver Broncos. But I'm taking them this week, and I may take them those weeks with my other entries. But that's my number one pick, guys. And just to kind of go through my picks here, one of the sites that I use is actually down. I don't know why I can't get into this site, so I'll just go over my picks on these other two. So as you can see, I still have 5 teams in this league, and that is because in this league, you have 2 chances before you actually lose. As you can see, I picked Cincinnati, but I have one more strike I can get with those 2 entries. But in this week, I'm picking Baltimore, Detroit, Philly. I'm going with Baltimore 2 times, and Houston. And hopefully I can go 5 for 5 this week. In this league, there were quite a few people that were knocked out. Actually, let's just go here. They were not locked out, but they actually have 1 strike against them. So in this league, it is 471 people. And out of 471 people, now there is only 277 people who don't have a strike. So a lot of people actually had Cincinnati last week, which we already knew was going to happen. So that just means you got to go the rest of the year without picking any team wrong. And in my big league here, I got knocked out in, actually these 4 are mine. I'm in this league with a couple of buddies. So this is mine by myself, and these other 2 are with my buddies. So I went ahead and made my pick this week. I went with Houston in this Survivor. I don't know what the other 2, but as you can see, 3 entries got knocked out here. And this is a very big league. And this league had 16,000 people, 16,000 entries in there. So as you can see, 5,574 entries got eliminated last week. That's pretty huge in a big league like this. So it's still 10,000 people left surviving. It's crazy to say this in week 2, but that's really crazy. But yeah, so over 10,000 people are still alive. And out of those 10,000 guys, I still have 3 live entries. So hopefully there are no hiccups from here on out. But guys, there you have it. Those are my Survivor picks for this week. And hopefully we have a much better week than we did last week. And I hope this information has been valuable to you guys. And I have a public service announcement. Spike that like, comment, subscribe, and it's your boy, the Black Mamba, out.